There are moments in history that divide time into before and after. Moments so seismic, so irreversible, that the world that existed when you woke up that morning is simply gone by the time you go to sleep. This is one of those moments. Iran has launched ballistic missiles directly at Tel Aviv, not a proxy, not a Hezbollah rocket from southern Lebanon, not a Houthi drone from Yemen. The Islamic Republic of Iran, a sovereign nation-state, the most powerful adversary Israel has faced in its modern history, has fired ballistic missiles at the most densely populated city in the state of Israel. And the world has not been the same since the first impact was confirmed. Let us be precise about what we are dealing with. Tel Aviv is not just a city. It is the commercial, cultural, and strategic heart of Israel. It is home to over 4 million people in its greater metropolitan area. It is where Israel's financial sector operates, where its technology industry is concentrated, where its military command infrastructure is deeply embedded. Striking Tel Aviv is not a symbolic gesture. It is an act of war against the core of the Israeli state. Israeli air defense systems, including the Iron Dome, David's Sling, and the Arrow interceptor network, were activated immediately. Reports indicate that multiple interceptors were launched. The extent to which those systems succeeded or were overwhelmed is still being assessed in real time. But confirmed strikes have been reported. There is damage, there are casualties, and there is a government in Jerusalem that is now convening emergency war cabinet sessions. In Washington, the response has been immediate and visible. The White House Situation Room has been activated. Senior national security officials have been recalled from travel. The president has been briefed, and multiple senior administration officials speaking on background have used a phrase that has not been uttered in this context in decades. They are calling this a potential threshold event. A threshold event, that is the language of escalation beyond the point of easy return. Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, has not yet made a public statement. But the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps issued a brief communiqué claiming the strike was a legitimate act of retaliation for what? Specifically, they did not say. The ambiguity is deliberate. In geopolitical crises, ambiguity is always deliberate. What is not ambiguous is the global reaction. Oil futures surged the moment the first reports hit the wire. European markets opened in freefall. The United Nations Security Council has been called into emergency session. NATO foreign ministers are being convened. And in capitals from Moscow to Beijing to Riyadh, governments are calculating rapidly, urgently what this means for them. The Middle East has been a tinderbox for decades. This morning, someone threw a match. We're going to walk through everything: the history, the timeline, the strategic logic, the intelligence, the consequences, and the scenarios for what comes next. Because you deserve to understand not just what happened, but why it happened, and what it means for the world you live in. If this is your first time on this channel, subscribe right now, because this story will define the coming weeks, and we will not leave your side as it unfolds. Stay with us.